Hello everybody, welcome to the Innovation Day 2022. So in today's session we are going to see how to collaborate on design for a customized product, including preparation of the marketing content. So myself, I am Rajesh Celestine, working as a senior application engineer for Atmata in Dubai, and joins with me is my colleague Naushad Ali Azim, who is a senior application engineer for Saudi. So let's get started. So today we are going to discuss on the product which is called the sewing machine, which is the Bobbin Mark 1. So this product has been developed in-house. So this consists of precision components, and here you can see the SolidWorks model. So we have been designing the precision components, machine components, the cams, the gears, the timing mechanisms, the plastic parts with SolidWorks. So the challenges what we faced here is on the collaboration. So we were having a delay in launching the product on time because of ineffective collaboration, and we had errors in actually giving the latest updated drawings. So we have procured the 3D Experience platform, and let's see how we collaborate on the 3D Experience platform. Okay, so the agenda for today's session is we are going to see how we collaborate on the platform for a new design requirement. Next, we are going to see an insight of how we use the 3D Experience SolidWorks to upload our existing design into the platform. Then we are going to see how to assign design tasks and specific attachment assigned to the particular person to carry out the task. And we will be using a cloud app which is XDesign to complete the design of the component, as well as we will do a final assembly to show the integration between the cloud and SolidWorks. And at last, we will be creating the marketing content with using Visualize Connected. Okay, so before I could proceed, I want to give you the overview of the process. So we see here different departments and different members, team members. So we see departments from sales, design, marketing, and manufacturing. So in our case, we get an inquiry from the sales team for a replacement of the motor, where we would the customers requested to replace a heavy duty motor in place of a lightweight motor. So we proceed with the design changes where myself and Naushad collaborates on this, and then Naushad prepares the marketing content, and at last we deliver the latest manufacturing drawings. Okay, so having our files designed with SolidWorks, the first thing we do after procuring our 3D Experience platform is to upload the files to the platform. So these files are uploaded to a collaborative workspace where members have access to this workspace based on the permissions. Then we will see how to assign bookmarks at the time of uploading these files. And also we will see that how SolidWorks takes care of the product data management, that is automatic revisioning of files on the cloud. Okay, so here I have opened my file, my assembly with SolidWorks. So I have configurations representing the motor. So in this case, what we have done is we have replaced the 50 watt motor with a 100 watt motor by redesigning the bracket. And there are some knobs here which we could consider for redesigning. So I have two configurations with SolidWorks, and I have the PLM services within the 3D Experience platform, which is called the Product Lifecycle Management. So I have a dedicated workspace for saving my files to the platform. So here I can choose my dedicated workspace, and then I go ahead, right click, and I can save the files to the platform. So having a dedicated workspace is a single source of truth for my whole team. So this works on a user-based login, where I could log in into my platform by giving my email ID or my name and the password. So once I'm logged into the platform, I'm good to go. So logging into the platform from within SolidWorks helps me connect my existing desktop license with the platform. So here you can see a message saying that the file has not been yet saved to the 3D Experience platform. So I go ahead and I save my files. So here SolidWorks does a local copy. It copies the files into the cache, and then it pumps the file into the collaborative workspace. So at this stage, I can put a comment here, and also I can add a bookmark. So bookmarks are very useful to organize files and folders. So this is a very ready reckoner where you could use a bookmark and save time in searching your files. So I can apply this to the selected file, and you can see a bookmark has been added to the main assembly, which is the sewing machine. So let me go ahead and click save. And you can see here, once I save the files to the platform, you can see the files have been saved to the platform and a revision has been added. So what we see within the 3D Experience platform, using the 3D Experience platform, revisions are automatically taken care. So your data management is taken care by the platform. Okay, so what we see here is we could connect our existing desktop license to the cloud. Since we have our PLM services within SolidWorks, it is easy to manage files in the platform. Next, we have a collaborative workspace where users can put their files, access their files, and collaborate on a single workspace. So this is a single source of truth for the whole team. And then we have the Bookmark App. So the Bookmark App is where you can select a file and bookmark it so that you can save time in searching files. And also we see that the data management on the cloud is automatically taken care of without any tedious tasks to implement the data management. Okay, so having uploaded our files to the platform, now the team can start collaborating on the platform. So this works on a browser, and every user needs to have a login to gain access to the platform. The second thing, we will see how we could effectively communicate with the team members. So here I will be communicating with the sales team to complete the sales cycle. So everything here starts with the login. So as I log into my 3D Experience platform, so this can be done through any browser. And as I log into my platform, first thing I do in the morning is I go to my notifications. So when I move to my notifications, here I see a request from my colleague who's in the sales team, Firnas, who's requesting that the customer needs to replace the motor. So within the community, you can see that all communications, all collaborations can be done within this community. So members of this team are able to collaborate. In the community, you can raise posts, you can ask questions, you have a we-do, you can do a survey, share ideas, and also you can monitor active participants in the project. So here Firnas requests me to check for the design, and he has addressed this specific issue particularly to me. So here you can see the members in the community. So every member in the community can collaborate based on the permissions they have been assigned. So I can also do a conversation, which is a private conversation with an audio call, with a video call, and also I could do a screen sharing. So these are some of the additional benefits of the platform. So as Firnas asked the feasibility check, now I'm putting a question within the community where my design team also is involved, so that they could also check for the design change. So I have found a replacement of the motor, which is a 100-watt motor, on Alibaba.com. And so I'm addressing this to my colleague Naushad, who is the designer, to check if it is feasible to replace the motor with a slight modification. And now Naushad logs into the platform. And as he logs into the platform, he moves to the notification center. So the first thing he does is moves to the notification center. And once he is in the notification center, he gets the notification which has been addressed to him. So here request questions can be particularly addressed to a particular person. So once he logs into the platform, he sees the request which I had sent him, and once he checks on the design, now he replies back as saying that yes, this design is feasible, and you can go ahead by addressing the sale. And with this collaboration, it helps Firnas in this team to close the sale on time. Okay, what we see here is the 3D Experience platform works on any browser and on any device, as this is a login based licensing. The second thing is we see here effective communication with team members. Since we have a community, we could effectively communicate within the community, and also we could have audio calls, video calls, and screen sharing within this community. So this brings the communication onto a single platform where users can be very effective in communicating and actively participate in the project. The next thing is within the community, we could track the posts and we could also share content on this community. Users can raise questions, ideas, surveys, and this helps in also evaluating or checking on who the active participants within the community. And last but not the least, we have the notification center. As in today's world, we are using the email ID, we use WhatsApp, we use emails and so on to check on notifications, to check on attachments. So this can be a very good place to start with the notification center, where users can get to know what are the tasks assigned to them on that particular day. Okay, so let's see how we could execute design tasks from within the platform. So as the customer requested some changes and this was communicated from the sales team, here in this case we have to check the bracket for a natural frequency with the motor, and also we have to redesign the knob. So the challenge here is who's going to take up the task and what is the attachments he has to work with. So let's see how we execute by creating these tasks. So let's see how we execute a design task from within the 3D Experience platform. So here in my SolidWorks window, I have the 3D Experience pane. So here I can take ownership of files, I can lock files and unlock files. So here the motor has been replaced with a 100-watt motor, which is a heavy-duty motor, and as well as the bracket. So we would also like to redesign the knob. So in this case, I have two design tasks to be completed. So within the 3D Experience task pane, I start with a collaborative task. So here I am going to define a task to specific people and a timeline for them to complete the task. So here I am going to check the task. The first task is going to be to check for stability of the motor. And also, when I create the task in a to-do list, you can see that I can add a description here, as well as I have the option to fix a particular timeline to complete this task. So here I go ahead, I define my timeline, as well as I can add an assignee who is supposed to carry on this task. So here I am assigning this to myself. So let me add myself here, and once I'm done, I save the task. So let me go ahead by creating the second task. So the second task is redesigning the knob. So in this case, what I'm going to do here is add a description, and in a similar way, I can add a fixed duration to complete the task and add an assignee here. So here I'm assigning my colleague Naushad, who has to complete this particular redesigning of the knob. So once I'm done, I can save my task from within SolidWorks. And what about the attachments, specific files which has to be used for redesign? So as we saw, we had a simulation task and we had a redesign of a knob. So I have a very powerful search tool within the 3D Experience platform where I could search in the current collaborative space. So I just type the name of the file. So this works on the metadata. So every data within the part file, so this is a data which comes from the description. So I mentioned that, drag the file, go to my specific tab and drop it on the task. So as I drop it on the task, this has been created here as an attachment. So when the designer starts to execute the task, his attachments are ready and specific files have been attached for him to proceed with the design. So here let me search for the motor bracket which has to be simulated for frequency, and so I have additional capabilities with the search tool. So we have what kind of file type you want to search, what type of file, where do you want to search it, so which source, which collaborative space. So you have a lot of filters which can be applied to search a particular file. So once I find the file, I drag the file and drop it onto the particular tab and into the task. So adding this to the task is I can attach the actual file which both designers can carry out the task without spending time in searching the particular file. Okay, so what we saw here is we saw a powerful search capability from within the 3D Experience platform. So every file created has information within the file. So it can be a string, it can be a name of a material, say the revision name, the description, and so on. So whatever you can think of. So you can search these files with any of these specific names or strings. Another thing here what we saw is this makes sure that the tasks are being completed on time. So since we are giving an estimate of the time for the task to be completed, you can also have a prejudgment of when the task will be completed and when the project can be delivered. And also we connecting the links, we can have the proper attachments for the user to work on and also receive proper deliveries once the task has been completed. So having seen the tasks created, now let's see how we execute these tasks on the platform. So the first design change is going to be to check the frequency of the bracket. So we have to check if the frequency of the bracket, which is 275.25 gigahertz, matches with the natural frequency of the motor. So let's see how. Okay, so I log into my platform. So I'm going to execute my task. So as I log in, I go to my dashboard and here I see the task to be executed. So I drag my task into InWork and I start working on the frequency analysis. So here I have my attachment where I can drag it and directly drop it into SolidWorks. So as I drop it into SolidWorks, it opens the bracket for me. And here I have run the simulation. So my simulation here is complete and I have checked for the frequency, for the natural frequency, and the if it is coinciding with the frequency of the motor. So I've done a stress analysis and here I go and check for the resonant frequencies and I see that there is no frequency matching with the 79.25 hertz. So once I'm done with this, I can go ahead. So this bracket doesn't require any changes. So I go ahead and I add this as a deliverable to my task. So here you can see the specific file as soon as the task is complete is being assigned or added into the deliverables. So once this is done, I finish my task and I move it to a completed stage. Okay, so what we saw here, we saw that working with the 3D Experience platform in executing tasks is just by a simple drag and drop, as the attachments are already available for the user to carry out the task. The next thing is what we saw here, deliverables are well organized. So this actually creates a continuity in the workflow, so in managing files and the deliverables.
So let me show you how to modify the knob here. So to modify the knob, I'm going to go for the 3D Experience platform. In 3D Experience platform, I'm going to use 3D Subdivision Modeling tool, which is an amazing tool that will help me to modify this knob. And also this tool has an amazing features that will produce smooth organic shapes, which I need for this design changes. So let's see how we can do it. Let me check for the modification which has been assigned to me. So I can see here the redesigning the knob has been assigned to me. So I will change the status from to do to in work. In the in work status, I can see the attachment is also there for the knob which I have to modify. So what I will do is I will just drag and drop this knob to open in one of the 3D Experience platform apps. So I can now see the old knob which I have to modify. So I will just create a new modified knob in the name of new modified name knob, and then I will try to redesign the previous one. And I have to take all the parameters of the old knob, and then I'm going to redesign this one. So creating sketch is quite simple here in the 3D Experience platform, and the user interface also is quite familiar, where you will see the designing part is simple as it is. And now I'm just trying to finish my sketch here, and then I have to keep on adding more features on this one. So I'm just trying to finish each feature one by one, and now I have to add some patterns here. So I'm just going for the patterning, and then I'm going to add some patterns, and then I'm to make sure that it is in a manufacturable way also. So here you can see on the left side is the design tree. We say here the tree where the features and the sketches are being stored, and if you want to edit or modify, you can do it in the meantime. So now I just need to add some more features on this one. So I'm just trying to go for the next step here. So I'm trying to add some more sketching, and then I will add this one, convert this one into features. So converting from sketching to features or whatever you are doing it here, everything is being done in the browser based application, where you just need to do or design on your way, and then after designing it you just need to save it in the cloud in a secured way. So here the part is almost complete. Now I have to just make sure that it is complete, or if I'm missing anything here. So now I have to just going to check the feature tree also, is everything, all the parts or the features is there. Now I just want to switch from one app to the another app inside the 3D Experience itself. So now you can see here I have been changed the application or the app from old app to another app, and now I just want to do some modifications on this specific platform. So I'm just using the subdivisional modeling here, we call as X shape, where this will give me an idea of the layout which I have to move it in a way which I need, and then I have to do the modifications for this part here. So this also has been done here. Now I have to again go back to the another app, that is the X design app we see, and then I have to add some fillets for the corners. So once it is done, I just need to make sure that I have to change the task. So the status of the task from in work to completed one, I am changing it, and in the completed one I have to make sure that I am adding the completed part or the new modified knob to the deliverables. So to add that the new modified knob in the deliverables, I just need to drag and drop that part which has been designed now recently, and then I have to save this one in the cloud. So once I save this one in the cloud, it will be notified to me. So as you have seen that how easy to create the organic shapes, components, or to modify the knob here in 3D Experience platform is quite easy, and you are doing it in an interactive way, and you are updating the files immediately and also saving in the cloud in a secured way. And also it is a perfect tool for developing new and exciting designs which we have seen now.
So as the two tasks were completed, the bracket design as well as the knob design. So remember here the knob has been done on X design, which is a cloud-based app, and we are going to seamlessly integrate this and assemble it into SolidWorks. The next thing, once we complete our assembly, we are going to check for the modified revision, which is automatically taken care by the 3D Experience platform. So here I log into my 3D Experience platform, and I go to my notification center, and I can see that Naushad has completed a task. So having Naushad completed the task, I can see that there is a deliverable here. So this deliverable can be directly opened from within the collaborative task by using the open with option, or dragging the file and dropping it into SolidWorks. So here we can see the compatibility between the X design and SolidWorks. So having the file opened with the SolidWorks, now it makes it easy for me to complete the final assembly. So here I complete the final assembly, and SolidWorks takes care of revising my assembly. So here we see A1 assembly has been now saved as A.2 to the platform. Okay, so what we saw here was a seamless integration with XDesign and SolidWorks. So we saw that we could just drag and drop the geometry created with XDesign. So the similar case applies to the other roles. So like sheet metal creator, 3D sculptor, 3D creator. So these the geometry created with these roles can also be integrated with the SolidWorks files and vice versa. The next thing what we saw here is without having any implementation. So the revisions have been taken care on the platform.
Now let's see how to create the marketing content for the sewing machine here. So to create the marketing content, I'm going to use 3D Experience and SolidWorks Visualize, which is a great tool to create photorealistic rendering images here. And these images can be saved as a JPEG file or PNG file, which will help me to use it in the marketing content. So let's see how we can do it. Let me check the notification for creating the marketing content. So I have got the notification here from Mr. Rajesh to create the marketing content here, and I can see the task which is being in the to do. So I have to change the status of the task from to do to in work. So once I change the task from to do to in work, I have to check for the description. What is the task which has been assigned to me? So here it is saying that creating three color schemes. So to do that, I have to first open the app or application where I will do the rendering. So from the 3D Experience platform, I can open the app which I want. So as you can see here, the different type of apps are available there. Now I'm just searching for the app which I need, and then I'm trying to open that one from 3D Experience platform directly. So once the app is open, I can bring a model of the sewing machine inside the app, and then I can start the rendering of that model. So I'm just trying to apply the different type of materials and then different type of colors which I need for the marketing material, and I can save these images as JPEG or PNG files once the rendering is done. So now you can see here I have 4 or 3 different types of schemes, color schemes, which is available here. Now I can change my status of work from in work to completed. And before doing that, I just need to make sure that I am copying all the JPEG files or the rendered images to the deliverables where it will be notified. So as you have seen, creating marketing content in SolidWorks and 3D Experience platform is quite powerful, and the output which you got from SolidWorks Visualize is unimaginable, because it will be undistinguishable from the photos which we take and the rendered images what you have got it, and the performance is also quite very high. So as you have seen, the process is completely a streamlined one, where it has been started from the salesperson inquiry, and then we ended up with creating the marketing content. So the person who are involved here is the analyst, the salesperson, and then the design engineer, and then the marketing content creators. So all these people has to work in a collaborative way, then only the market can go onto the market on time. So for that we are using here SolidWorks and 3D Experience platform. So this will help us to deliver the product on time, and also to see the projects in real time, on what stage it is and how it is going on. Kindly let us know if you have any queries, and we are available in all the social media platforms, and you can follow us for the updates and the new videos which we are using in the seminars. And thank you very much for this session.